$16 million. That's what a jury just awarded Vanessa Bryant. I'm a lawyer, and I'm going to give you my opinion of why the jury ended up awarding Vanessa Bryant $16 million. Give me a break. You're actually going to say that they're diligent when these photographs have been shared. They've never even been seen by the plaintiffs themselves. Those are all quotes. It doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter. You can't play the victim card. I'm Byron Brown. They call me the anti-lawyer lawyer. I'm a lawyer, but obviously I don't look like a normal lawyer. I don't sound like a normal lawyer, but nonetheless, I'm the best there is at arguing. And that's what I'm going to do here on my channel, break down anything that hits the news. I'm going to give you my legal opinion about it. So $16 million is a lot of money. So how did a jury end up at that figure? Admittedly, they had to base it off of something. So there's this old adage in trial lawyers, there's one way to get a jury to award a lot of money, and that is to get the jury to strongly dislike, I would even say, hate the opponent. And I think that's exactly what happened here in this particular case. I've never met Vanessa Bryant, haven't heard an interview with her, but I gotta imagine that she presented well as she sat there, she paid attention. She's gotta be a sympathetic witness, which is gonna make the jury like her more. What she went through can be unfathomable, especially with the fame that her family had. She's gonna be projected into the spotlight anything more. But I think more than anything, I think the jury probably found a very high disdain, dislike, hatred for the LA County. Now, we know that there was photographs that a deputy had on his cell phone that he showed a bartender. And one of those photos was a headless photo of Kobe Bryant's deceased body. I'm not saying that for effect, I'm saying because it's true. Now that in and of itself was hard enough for me to say. I'm sure it was hard enough for some people to hear. So imagine that being your husband. And $16 million almost just right off of that, I would say, man. You could see how a jury would award it. But this is how Vanessa Bryant's lawyer presented this particular issue. And she's talking about the security video of an off-duty deputy drinking at a bar and showing the bartender. And that video showed how that photograph, in an animated fashion, disseminated around the bar. There was a person at that bar that went back the night after and complained. Other people witnessed that. Now, this is the response. I think this is a horrible response, but it's probably the only response they had. The response is, listen, they're not online. They're not in the media. They've never even been seen by the plaintiffs themselves. Those are all quotes. It doesn't matter. None of that matters, man. What's done is done. You can't unring the bell. You can't uncut the grass. He says, this is, and then he goes on, he goes, listen, he's trying to pat themselves on the back. He says, this is the LA County's lawyer. This is a quote. He goes, this is not an accident that they're not online, that no one's seen them. This is a function of how diligent they were. Give me a break. You're actually going to say that they're diligent when these photographs have been shared. And that's just one example of them being shared. And you're going to say you're diligent, man? You got to take the L. You got to say, listen, we did a horrible job. We should have done better. Please award her $5 million. That's a better response off the top of my bald head. He goes on to explain, and it was a female lawyer, that the deputy was struggling emotionally from the difficulty of dealing with the crash, and so he showed a longtime friend who happened to be the bartender. This is a quote. He pulled out his phone, and that should not have happened. Another quote. In a lapse, in a moment of weakness, he showed those photos, and he has regretted it every day of his life. Could be true, but it doesn't matter. You can't play the victim card when you're the one showing a photo of someone's husband deceased with his head cut off. You can't say it. So how did they get to $16 million? Think about Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. Amber Heard's lawyers were jokes. Johnny Depp's lawyers were snipers. Yes, Vanessa Bryant had the money to hire very, very, very skilled lawyers. But likely she didn't have to pay him. The lawyers might be just taking a percentage of what they get. So they might get a percentage of the $16 million. However, it's been reported that Vanessa Bryant is donating that $16 million to the Mamba Foundation and another foundation in Kobe's name. They didn't say a number less than $16 million. And I'm saying this because I posted this on Twitter, saying what a great example Vanessa Bryant is for someone who sticks up for what they believe because they've been harmed against the people who harmed her. And she was willing to relive those ugly moments to get justice for her family. And these are the responses like, it's a tax write-off. Man, can you imagine people saying tax write-off? If you're one of those people, you imagine that your mom gets told that photos of her husband, your father, were shown around by deputy sheriffs. It's a tax write-off. Be better. Hey, as I said, I'm Byron Brown. I appreciate it. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, do everything that you can do. And tell me what you think. I'll see you in the comments.